So I want to set a challenge for all of you. If you're watching this video, if you're serious about becoming an international, global, virtual speaker expert, I'm going to set right now a very interesting challenge for you. Dave and I mean, from when we started till now, even though, I mean, right now we're changing a little bit the format, but we have been growing in how these shows are presented. We are trying to be entertaining, because the most important element that you require on your videos is that how long people watch them. Because if they watch them for 5 seconds, 10 seconds, and then they go, YouTube will never really pay too much attention to them. So we have to make them entertaining. We have to make them different. That's why Dave and I include the humor. We include the videos. We do a lot of different things. And this is how we are learning, and this is what we want to teach to you. However, we understand that possibly you are not as savvy about doing videos as possibly we have done in the past few months or the past year or whatever. But we want to set a challenge for you. Make sure that you, first of all, start a YouTube channel, and on a daily basis, you are going to report something. You are going to become a reporter. You're not going to come and do a video that you're going to take your camera and you're going to start saying, hi, I am just in such and such. Find out something which is interesting from you, from your culture. Find out and become a reporter, because that's what we thought that it was incredibly, incredibly valuable. Become a reporter and start reporting things that you see around, so that you can get used to doing this. Not just doing the selfie video, but just do a report. And then start learning, and you can start really creating a very interesting footprint on YouTube. Now, here's the challenge. If you do one of these videos for 90 days consecutively, you're going to absolutely understand the power of video right now. Right now, video, it doesn't matter where you are, the most influential people are the people which are in YouTube. YouTube is right now the platform which is going to completely change everything. Right now, Dave and I are constantly putting videos up in our channel. We have created the whole thing so that we are creating that footprint. Now, why is YouTube so critical? If you put a post in LinkedIn, that post is going to last 3 or 4 days. I mean, right now, Titia, if you put a post in LinkedIn, how many viewers do you get to have? I mean, and how long does it last?
That depends. It goes from 3,000, 10,000, is 30,000, sometimes up to 60,000. Depends on the content.
But I mean, you have a huge following. How huge is your following?
It's 114,000 now.
Can you imagine? She has 140,000. So she has 140,000 people now. What you have already is you don't have only a following, and this is one of those things that you also need to understand. You don't have a following, you have already a platform. You are somebody that can just suddenly come and say something, and you're gonna get people to listen to you. Right now, what we have created with the Toilet Paper Diaries is also a platform. Right now, it's not only followers, but we also right now, every time that we go live, we have 1,500 people watching us live. So we started with 5 or 6, and then suddenly we got this amount. You, Dave, every time that you put a comment in LinkedIn, you're also having a platform there.
Absolutely.
And go ahead.
No, go on. I'm listening. No, I'm listening.
So the important thing is, now I'm going to challenge you to set everything up so that you can do for 90 days a video where you're going to be reporting something, so that you learn to do this. And then you're going to get it done in your channel, so that you can also start creating your platform in YouTube. Now, why is YouTube more powerful than LinkedIn or than Facebook or than Twitter or Pinterest? Let me just tell you why. Because every video that you put there, it takes a life of its own, which your post can have an impact, but it's not going to take a life of its own. In YouTube, I mean, I keep on getting people talking to me about videos that I have created 10 years ago. Let me ask you both, which are you very strong in LinkedIn? Do you still get comments of of a post that you created 10 years ago? Highly unlikely, but in YouTube, it keeps on happening. So if you keep on creating that, and that for me was one of the biggest lessons that I could get from the YouTubers. Right now, my 2 kids are YouTubers, and I am learning from them. So, would you guys be interested if I share with you specifically how you can actually get this done very fast? Would that be
Absolutely.
cool to see? So awesome. So I'm gonna take you in a second to my desktop, but I just want to make sure that you get this very serious, and you make sure and take that challenge seriously. And here in the group, here in the Fast Forward group, share some of those videos. I mean, create a video and report stuff that is happening in the world, possibly stuff that is happening in your industry, possibly talk about something which is happening in your country, something that's happening in your house. That's how you get started. That's how you start getting that training that you require. And the moment that you get those 90 days, you are going to be already a lot more proficient. Dave, how much have we learned in almost 60 episodes that we have done in the Toilet Paper Diaries?
Well, in 60 episodes of doing this, we've found ourselves going from being not novices. It wasn't the first time we've ever been on social media, or the other time we've ever done any kind of video show. But we now know when we see the big guys doing their shows, the Colberts and the Trevor Noahs and everybody else, how they do it. We can also see how we can do our own version that has an impact on people. And we can also see how to start from scratch with any industry and create something for the niche, because we've just been through it and we've tidied up, we've changed it. There's nothing by accident on the show. There's nothing by accident about the stage show, about the backdrop that you see there, about the way that Ernesto and I interact, about the format of how we go through, the content we put in, the wonderful guests like Titsia that we bring on. They're not there by accident. They're there because we've learned and we've grown and we've positioned everything higher. The quality of our guests, the quality of the content, of people who can share more stories and have a bigger impact. And that's only come from working from the very beginning and working all the way through. So yeah, it's a work, but it's a work in progress. By no means are we at the end of it. We're still learning.
So you don't have to be afraid, but the important thing is how are you going to do it? Because that's what you need to understand. Okay, so here we are in my browser, and I use Firefox. Possibly you use Chrome or you use any other browser. But I just want to bring you here because I want to basically take you behind the scenes on what Dave and I are doing so that you can see how powerful this is. Mind you, before the pandemic started, we were not doing much in reality. I mean, we had a lot of videos, we had a ton of videos, but we didn't really have a strategy. So by basically learning how this works, I thought it was super complicated, and that's why I want just to insist that all it took was to start. So I have already set for you a challenge of creating one video every single day for 3 months, 90 days, so that you can start already getting into how it all works. Remember, every single piece of content that you have inside of your footprint, of your digital footprint, is going to help you tremendously. So once again, look at the statistics here. We were not really, I mean, we basically just got started, and now it's starting to pick up. So let me just explain to you how this was done. So I'm going to show you how we created these graphics so that you can see how easily it's done. So it's very, very simple. In this, what I'm showing you right now, you will be able to select what are going to be your channel tags. So for example, here it's perfectly targeted. It's speaker training, public training, entrepreneurial support, etc., etc. We have our main video there, and look at how neatly organized the videos are over here. So all of these videos have just been uploaded. But look at the thumbnail. The thumbnail is that little picture that actually makes people click on it. If you don't have a proper thumbnail, it's actually very difficult that people will click on it. So let me just click here quickly so that you can see. Let me just click on this video just as an example so that you can see the magic of how it is done. Now it's going to possibly look very complicated, but I'm going to reveal to you how you can get it done very simply. So here is the magic. As you see here, this video has been now watched 14 times. I just uploaded it a couple of days ago. It has already, here are the best practices. As long as you have 10 of the best practices, which actually tells you, so for example, this video has not been liked on Facebook. It has not had a comment. So those are things that I cannot do myself. However, these are the most important words that you need to get, the tags, and I'm gonna show you exactly how that is done in a moment. So the whole thing is there. It's just set in my it's there in my channel. I'm gonna show you exactly how it is done. So don't feel that it is overwhelming, because I can understand that for some people can this be overwhelming. So if we click here on edit video, I'm just going to show you exactly how you're going to SEO your videos. It's really simple. You can get it done, and it will give you tremendous impact in your footprint, in your digital footprint. So here we are. This is the back part of the video. As we can see here, it has already the description. I wrote it. So basically you have to describe. If you don't describe what your video is all about, it's very difficult for the search engines to figure out what the video is all about. Now I have here all my links. Can you see how I have here all my links? Interview Ernesto on the podcast, interview Dave on their podcast. Then what happens here when people see that? And we have already received 2 or 3 invitations so that they invite us for the podcast. I invite them to go into the toilet paper diary. So just imagine, every video that you have becomes a little salesperson for you. And now imagine that thousands and thousands of people get to see this video in a number of years. That's great. That's just absolutely fantastic. So what is awesome about what I'm going to show you in a moment is that it actually has here the best practices. So it tells you, okay, you need to get the like on Facebook. You need to add the info cards, which they will explain to you what those are. Very simple. It's just a couple of clicks and it is done. You have to pin a comment. You have to heart a comment. So here you have 13 best practices. However, if you have 9 or 10, you don't need to have all of them. Then your video is set to be seen, and it's going to start being seen and being found. Here are the tags. Now this is what I found super cool about this. You don't have to worry, well, how could I find the tags that I'm going to be needing? Well, very simple. You basically type 2 or 3 tags of what your video is all about, and then guess what? Suddenly there's going to be a ton of tags that are going to be related to this, and then you need to create all these tags. And what is beautiful is that they give you 500 characters to have here with tags. You should not go over 500 characters, but when you do this, you're going to be completely set for your videos to be seen and for you to be found and for you to start having a very good footprint. So how does that work? How do you get that installed? Well, as you can see here, I have a little TV, which is basically a plugin that you can install in Chrome or you can install in Firefox. And you need to go to tubebuddy.com/Dubai. Yes, that's my affiliate link. However, it is if you sign it through tubebuddy.com/Dubai, you're gonna get some really cool bonuses, which are there included over here. So you basically sign up there for your account. Actually, what you need to do is you basically download it for free. It is a freemium product, so you download it for free. And you have all the keyword research, everything is very easy. Everything is very easily explained. They have some really very cool tutorials. So I mean, as you can see, this is just not the boring tutorial. You have here some really cool tutorials of somebody actually explaining to you how they have really used TubeBuddy to make it work. They're not very long. I think the longest is about 15 minutes. They explain you specifically how to do it. And what is super cool, the moment that you sign in, you will get into your account. They have also how you can promote your videos. So basically it creates everything for you. And most of it could be accessed for free. But I'm going to give you a super cool tip. But before I actually do that, go here where it says member perks, and this is where you're gonna see the gifts that you're gonna get if you sign with my affiliate link. You're gonna get the possibility of also installing this in a TubeBuddy, Tuber Tools. So all these videos, all these thumbnails, all these little bits and pieces that you can see in our videos, you can see that they are basically created with this. And this one I love, Audio Hero. You have thousands of royalty-free music. So if you hear all the music that we are using, it is for free. Normally it is at $9.99 per month. So it is a freemium software. What you need to do is simply go there to their page, to the page. You install the software for free, and most of the things are going to be there for you already. However, you need to pay for a few things. Now, if you see here in pricing, and this is a secret, so this is also super cool. This is a secret. You go here into pricing, and you can see here it says $9 a month. However, if you have less than 1,000 subscribers, look at what happens. It goes to half price. So for $4.50 per month, you're actually getting the most incredible tool to create your video digital footprint that every speaker needs to have.
Look at that. Look at that. Tizio's got it worked out already. Everything's down. So yeah, brilliant. Thanks for that.